Today I'm going to tell you why I am way more productive than you, even though I am a single mother who homeschools her children and runs her own business. And don't think that I'm tooting my own horn, because a friend of mine called me last week and I was doing some work and she said, "Is that why you're so much more productive than I? Because you're up doing work and I'm just waking up." And I thought, yes. And that is what I'm going to use as the title for my next YouTube video. So I'm going to tell you the things that make me very productive. Number one, I wake up early in the morning. That could be 5, 6, or 7 a.m., but I'm waking up generally before the sun. Yes, you can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. You just go to bed early. There's nothing that you're doing by staying up late anyway. I had a friend tell me that it was not possible or reasonable to wake up at 4 in the morning, and that's just not true. I know a lot of productive moms and they wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I can wake up at 7 a.m., call my sister in LA, and she will be awake at 4 a.m. in the morning. Not every single morning guaranteed, but I know for a fact that if it's 8 here and it's 5 there, she's gonna be up doing work. She probably won't answer because she does something that I do, which is don't answer the phone during the day. And again, what time did you wake up today?
4 or 4:30.
Okay, why?
Because I have work to do.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. So, as a mother, get up early. Stop being lazy. Go to bed early, wake up early because you want to wake up before your kids. Now, some moms are going to say, "I wake up early and then my kids wake up with me." I understand that. There are ways around it. Even when I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment and I had to wake up, go into the kitchen and get some work done, there are ways around this. What do I do that early? Well, if it's during the summertime or spring, I like to get out, take a walk, stretch my body, maybe clean the house. Right now, it's winter, so when I wake up, it's freezing outside, but it's also cold inside because I'm keeping our thermostat at 63 to keep our utility bills down. So right now, when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, my body does not feel like getting out of the bed, but it's okay because my mind works. So I just pull my computer over to me. I send emails, so I work. I might be editing a video like this from my cozy bed. I plan the children's schedule. I do grocery orders. I might sign them up for whatever camps are coming up. I might have to plan a birthday party, order their clothes, things like that. So use your time wisely. So that's my first hour to 3 hours of the day. And then I teach a class at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I teach little kids how to read, and that lasts 30 to 40 minutes. So that's another stream of income that I am working on first thing in the morning, 8 a.m. And yeah, maybe you've gone kind of lazy as a homeschool parent, or you've been at home, or you've been retired for a while. I don't know what it is. And so you don't want to get up at 8 a.m. and work, but too bad, suck it up, you're an adult. Get up, do stuff in the morning, and get some work done early. The second reason that I am more productive is because my kids are independent. Here's what my kids do while I am either working or in my class. They get up, they bathe themselves. First of all, they get up on their own, most of the time. They bathe themselves, they get dressed, they do their hair to the best of their ability, they make breakfast, they make lunch, they clean up after themselves, and they exercise because I told them they needed to add that to their morning routine. I cannot imagine having children who are 9 and 10 years old who cannot do these things. I'm going to say this as I hold your hand. If your children cannot do these things, of course, if they have some sort of intellectual disability or something, okay, we understand that. But if your children are capable of doing these things and they can't, what are you doing? You're running yourself crazy. And I know a lot of parents want to do that. Like, I want to make my children breakfast. Just because your children are independent and able to do things independently doesn't mean they always have to. So if you wake up super early, you can make your children their breakfast. But if you're finding that you don't have time to do everything you need to do, then your children need to be making their own breakfast. Some people also say, "Oh, that's lazy parenting, having your children do all the work." Do you know how much work it is to teach children how to brush their teeth, wash their faces, get dressed, pick appropriate clothing, how to cook on the stove? My children cook on the stove, okay? And to clean up after themselves so you don't come down to a crazy mess. That is not lazy parenting at all. That is active parenting. So maybe you need to do a little bit more active parenting on that side. Things that will help you and your family's day go a lot smoother. There's no reason why you should have big kids who can't do things on their own. All in all, your children should be able to do their morning routine independently. And if they cannot, I'm telling you, it feels so good to not have to do every single thing for your children. There's already so much that you're doing for them. And I tell my children, right now, I'm planning out your December. I'm planning out all the fun things that we're going to do. If you don't want me to plan that stuff, I can come and I can lay out your clothes. I can iron your clothes for you. I can put out your breakfast for you. I can make your lunch for you. But just know we're not going to be doing all that fun stuff because mommy didn't have the time because she had to do things for you that you can do for yourself. The third thing I do is in terms of homeschooling / education. So whether you're homeschooling your children or you're doing their homework with them or projects, I do that a lot of the time on a schedule. So as soon as I get off of my 8 a.m. class, I am homeschooling them from 8:30, 8:40 to 10 a.m. That's 90 minutes and I do it consistently. Sometimes I do it consistently for 3 months and then we take a break. But I do make sure that I know what my children need to learn and I stay consistent in that over the days, months, and years. And that's why my children can write like this. Okay? This is my 4th grader's essay. She skipped some lines here. We're still working on we're working on formatting. And this, I think she skipped some of those lines because of the outline we used, had a lot of line skips. This is my 5th grade daughter's essay. She doesn't know where her introduction is. So they planned their essay and then they wrote it out. That takes consistency. If you want your children to write like this, that takes consistency, guys. So, number 3, I stay consistent, stay in that time frame. Okay, and so after 10 o'clock on some days, 2 to 3 times a week, they go to their homeschool school where they stay there for 4 hours, 2 to 3 times a week. So that's about 8 to 12 hours of child free time I have every week. Now, you may not have a program like that near you, or you may not have the funds to enroll your child in a program like that, but maybe you have family members who take your children and watch them. Maybe you have a mom, a dad, a cousin who can take the children on a Saturday for 8 hours or do some overnight. So whenever you do get a break, here's what I do during my break. I use that time like crazy and I make sure that I am extremely productive during that time. I met a young woman when I was in Teach for America and I felt like I was very productive, and we sat down and we worked together for like 3 hours and she did so much more work than me. And I asked her, how are you so productive? We need to learn from one another. We don't need to say, oh, I could never do that, or oh, that's not realistic. It is realistic. That's why I'm doing this video, to tell you. I learned from her how to be even more productive while I'm just sitting down doing work. So you want to work smarter, not harder. Do things in those times that will actually make you money or actually get stuff done, whether that's cleaning the house or whatever you need to do. Make it productive. Just like right now, I'm recording this video. It has to make me money. Now, it's not always super productive. Sometimes productivity can look like rest. So right now, I'm about to go take a nap. I hope this has been helpful.